Alright there guys, Actionman here, and we're doing something very new today. So, some of you might recognise this. If you are subscribed to GamerBomb, a friend of mine on YouTube, he did some of the first videos of Hogcraft when it came out and got it very popular. He's also a machinima partner like me, and a machinima director as well. And he has a server with some friends which is called the Journeymen. And it's similar to like Hermitcraft, Minecraft, stuff like that. And he's been kind enough to invite me onto his server to join as a permanent member. It's a whitelisted server only, guys, so there's no point asking for an invite because it won't really get you anywhere. But yeah, so this here is a sort of Journeyman base. Got the main building up there. They've a project that they're working on together as a team at the moment is this astronomy tower. There's a sort of place to farm chickens in there. Massive wheat farms. We got watermelons and pumpkin farms. And well, one of the first things I thought I'd work on for them is building an automatic melon and pumpkin farm using redstone. So we're going to be ripping out this old one here that they have and replacing it with a redstone working design. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to run up to the base and grab some tools that we need. I'll actually give you a bit of a tour while I'm at it for those of you who haven't seen the area. Sorry. So yeah, at the moment we're all sort of together, chilling in one base. Although I think eventually we're going to split off and do our own thing, work on solar projects, etc. I'm just going to turn the sounds of these down. Let's do. I'm still getting lost in this place. So down here is the reserves. So first thing I need to do is grab some wood. That'll do nicely. What we're going to make is we're going to make 2 chests so that we can carry a lot, take stuff out of our inventory that we're not using when we're down there. Probably grab a lot more wood. What else I need? So we'll grab some more wood. Should do. It's more than enough wood. We're gonna need some building materials while we're down there. So I should stick with the theme, I think, and just make. I don't know how to make. How do you make stone bricks? Is it just out of cobblestone? Let's have a look. Cobblestone. How do you make stone bricks? Not that. That's cobblestone walls. Do you need smooth stone for this? I think you do need smooth stone. So let's see if we can find ourselves. Well, maybe I'll just make it out of cobblestone to begin with, and then replace it as I make them. Or is there stone in here? Spoon plates. More cobble. We'll just stick with cobble for now. Grab a lot of that. See if I can dump this gravel. No, obsidian. Okay, now we need to find where redstone and stuff is. We should also probably grab some pickaxes while we're at this. Borrow this diamond shovel and put it back. Take an axe as well. I don't have one of those. Is it raining outside? I hope not. Okay. Further out. I've got some of that. I'll dump it. Salt and dump that. I do believe there is somewhere where there's redstone in here. Redstone. Alright, so we need. Alright, I'm going to have to grab these pistons, repeaters, redstone torches, and grab this redstone wire. I think that should do us for everything we need. So, let's go outside and we'll start working on this. Alright, so here we are back down. Grab some glass. And so the design is as follows. So start by putting down, and we'll leave this torch out in all the tabs, and we'll do it here. So we put down a redstone sticky piston, wood next to it. That's here, another sticky piston on top facing up. And this. Here and 2 blocks here. And on top of this, bow for a while. I've got arrows anyway. Got glass. And that. Here, this, and this. And this here so I can get up on top. And one thing I'm missing is some sand. Is there any sand over here? There should be sand down there, so let's run down and grab some. If not, we'll have to go swimming and find some. I doubt I'll need that one. I might just steal this block. I doubt anyone will miss it. I'll just grab it in the water. A deep well. And a block of sand. I'll have to grab some more before we can start building the whole farm. Stick this in my hot bar with the food. I'm not hungry at the moment, but and then I'm going to put this on top of the glass, and then from there we put this in here, this here, none of these are redstone here, redstone torch on this end block, and here we put another piston. Not piston, sorry, redstone repeater. And now, every time you put a block here, it will push it. So it works like a block updating. Anytime anything's put here, it does it. Now, if we try this with a pumpkin, because the way that pumpkins work, if you push them with a piston, they get destroyed. If you do it like this, it pushes the pumpkin off. So if we set up a block, well, a pumpkin with seeds in a block next to it, and force it so that it has to grow next to it, whenever it does grow, the pumpkin will get pushed off, and we can have it push it off into a stream of water, which will control exactly where it moves. So next what we're going to do is we're going to pull out this area here and replace it with several of these, enough to well, produce a good crop of watermelons and pumpkins. So you have to watch me dig all this out. I'm going to end this right here, and we'll jump back in once I've put in the foundations for the new building. Alright there guys, so we're about, well, part of the way through setting up one sort of stream coming in from this. So here we have melons all set up. This isn't finished, this is just sort of setting it up. It is working. Right before I started filming this, a second ago, some melons popped off and came on stream. I need to get some ice and silk touch to make this, well, silk touch pickaxe so I can get some ice blocks to make this work fully. But it's working fine so far. So we have 2 rows set up on either side, and we have melons here. They grow onto these blocks. As soon as they do, they get pushed off, broken up, and fall into the stream. So yeah. We've still got quite a lot to do. We've got the melon one here, and we're going to set up a pumpkin one next to it. So a lot of redstone work. It's different doing it in survival, for example, because it's a lot of resources. So I think to make it up to the Journeyman guys after, I'm going to do a lot of digging to make up for the resources I've used. But hopefully they'll appreciate having the automatic farm. So in a sec we'll skip ahead until I think I've set up a second one for the pumpkins, and also added a bit more to this building. Alright guys, so now we have 2 set up, as you can see, adjacent to each other. This one here works on melons, and this one here works on pumpkins. So I'll just give you a quick demonstration of how it works exactly. There's up, you can see my inventory's quite full from doing some strip mining earlier. But basically, if we just jump in down here, So these are here are the blocks where the pumpkins or melons and over there will grow onto. If a block is put on, this bud switch updates and it's pushed. It comes along this water stream here, as you can see it going there. I think it's here. There's an ice block there to push it from that water stream to this one. It carries on its momentum. There's 2 blocks there, and it uses those to get pushed along, and then from there it just both streams work their way over into this little area here where they can just easily be picked up. There are some sort of times when the melon doesn't jump through, as you can see there. It just depends on well, the random velocity from when it's pushed off, but most of the time the melons do get pushed into the stream of water. There are some blocks we can put down which will help to make sure that everything is pushed into the right place. For example, these metal bars stop it from getting pushed right over the water to the other side. It hits these and falls down, although it can bounce back on rare occasions. So now, because this does look a bit unsightly, we're going to start trying to cover it up to make it, well, I'm going to try to cover it up with dirt and make it into, well, look like a hill, or cover it up with these stone bricks to make it all nice and neat and not look so out of place in the sort of spawn area. As you can see here, some watermelon has come down. It looks like there's hardly any watermelon, but it does it. Looks like they just despawned, I think. Or did I pick them up? I picked them up. But basically, they all come out in the exact same place, so it looks like it's just 1 or 2 will come out, but then there'll be a pumpkin's worth. As you can see, it just got pushed out there. As you can see, it's coming down the stream now. In fact, I'll show you to go over the ice block. Show you here. It'll come down, and it'll get slides over the ice block, and then in future I won't pick it up. And jump out there. So, I'll start covering this up, guys, and I'll jump back into it in just a bit. So, guys, instead of covering it up yet, I've decided to go sort of full-on redstone mode, and I decided to make this even better by adding the ability to turn it on and off, so you can have, well, if the server's running a bit slow due to it being on or something like that, you can just turn it on and off and produce melons as you like. It'll also mean that you can turn it off, let the melons all grow, and then turn it on so that none are wasted. So at the moment I've just got these 2 separate switches. Now this one here turns off all the bud switches. It should do. I may have to extend this. Yeah, the thing runs out. So I just add in a redstone repeater. Let's have a look. Hopefully I'll be able to do this back here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So doing it here should make it reach the end. We'll just double check. Yep, they are all off. Okay. So back up there. Okay, so that turns off all the bud switches by removing the power to here, where there was previously those redstone torches before we have these blocks with redstone on top of it, and that feeds into it instead. So that turning that off turns off all of those, and then from that we can just use this switch to manually move the pistons using this sort of cabling that is going through here. It doesn't affect these repeaters on top, so it's absolutely fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pull out these 2 cables to here, and we're going to set them up so that you can turn it on and off, because if you turn it on, what you'll need it to, because bud switches work from updating blocks, you'll need it to push anything which is there out, and before it turns on this again. And then when you're turning it off, it just needs to turn that off. So we're going to wire that up using to a button in this area by excavating it out, using a T flip-flop switch. And so I'll jump back in once I've done that and show you exactly how that's working. Alright guys, so this turned out to be quite a bit of work, but I've got 1 T flip-flop set up with this so far. So hitting this once deactivates, turns the whole thing off, and hitting it again turns it on. Now I just need to set it up so that manual sort of button is working, so that automatically, when you turn it back on, it pushes everything out before it turns back on. So again, I'll just fast forward so you don't have to see me working, because it takes quite some time to do this. This is literally the first time I've used some of these devices. I've never used T flip-flop switches before. I'll quickly show you the one that I've used. It's very compact, which is very good. But basically, it just works like this. There's a piston under there, and you see, it works when the button's pressed. It pushes this block across, and I've just got a power source going up there. Now I actually need to set it so that I need to put a timer on this so it delays it, and then set it so that before it's done, the other redstone line is activated. So I will start that now, and I will be back in just a bit, guys. Alright guys, so we've finally got it fully working. And so I'm just going to show you it using an example of pumpkins, because I can just easily place those down, and I have hundreds of them from using this automatic farm while I've been waiting and working around the area. So at the moment it's turned on, space for everything to grow, blah blah blah, etc. as normal. So the normal button's over there, but just for convenience while I was working on the button over here, which is the exact same thing. So the button there, and anything which is on there will get knocked off, and it turns off just like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fill all these spots here with pumpkins. Turn on there, and this one this side there, and then we run over to the other side. One there, and there. Did I miss a spot? Go on again, there. So even though I'm putting pumpkin down, these are all the places where melons can grow, and melons grow exactly the same way, and the same thing will happen to them once it's turned on. So as you can see, we have pumpkins all the way down there, and now if I hit the button here, you watch, all these pumpkins will get pushed off, pull back, and it turns on. So if it's turned off and left, melons will normally grow. So this clears it when it's before it's turned on, and makes it so that the block will update after, and it'll recognise the update. So I'll show you how I've done it. It's a lot more redstone than I intended. Got this block here. Right, so we have two T flip-flop switches. So one just turns the thing on and off from the button. The other one, this one here, decides where to send a pulse or not. So if it's turning on, it sends a pulse, and if it's turning off, it doesn't send a pulse through, basically. And then over here we have a hell of a lot of redstone repeaters to get it so it times perfectly, basically. So these make it so that when it's turning on, it turns on at the right pace, so that the pulse which is pushing him out to turn it on is done before this finishes sending. Before it finishes sending, it means it doesn't turn on until then, because if it does, it makes it a weird sort of loop, and these just sort of don't work anymore, and they just keep pushing the thing up and down, and they just get stuck in an infinite loop. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to these sort of bits of redstone and cover all this up again, and it should work exactly the same. And then, well, when I get a chance, I'm going to do the exact same over here on the pumpkin one, because it did take quite a while. So hopefully I'll be able to get that done, well, real time, either start it today and hopefully finish it tomorrow. So I will jump back once that's done and show you the final product. Hopefully by then I'll also have it all covered up so it doesn't look as ugly. So here we are. As you can see, it's changed quite a bit since the last little bit of recording. So I'll show you exactly what has happened. So I've finished doing the automatic on-off, but well, doing the redstone to make this one automatic as well as having an on-off switch. I'm just going to quickly go grab a little block I need before I forget. I need one of these. So as you can see here, we have the melon farm on off, pumpkin farm on and off. So I'll show you it working in just a sec. It's been off for some time, so I'll show you what's grown in there firstly. So we're just gonna cut away into the side. So as you can see, we have the exact same setup as we had on the melon farm, and we also have a skeleton. It's quite dark in here. I do need to light it up a bit more, which is good that I brought these torches. But again, we've got the wiring all set up down below with 2T flip-flops, which enables us to have it so that this is delayed again, and it works exactly the same way as I explained before. It's just wired in a different location. And here's the other one, all nicely housed inside these new buildings I built, with a bit of creative help from the destined one, as I wasn't exactly sure exactly how to, well, what looked good aesthetically. But as you can see, we have loads of melons built in here. There are still a couple of changes I need to make. For example, it's not light enough, I think, for everything to actually grow, so I need to set up a load of glowstone behind it. But the concept works for them. It's just for the melons, they need a certain amount of light level, so not bad. I'm just going to remove these blocks here and replace it with glowstone once I've had a trip to the nether. So I will show you it working while we have the chance. Let's run out here to the front again. Get these to fill up as we leave. And so as you can see, we've got lights on the front as well, which tell us if it's on or off. Hopefully all this area here is going to be filled in with like a little garden, just so it doesn't stick out so much because it's bare empty space. So we might not get a load of melons because a lot of them are missing. The way to fix that is just to basically add glowstone and light it up a bit more. But we're going to hit the button. You can hear the pistons working in there. The light comes on to tell us it's on, and hopefully melons will be making their way along. And the same works exactly the same with the pumpkin farm. Hit the button, hear the pistons going, and the light turns on to tell us that it is working. So hopefully now those should both pop out. Yeah, you can see the melons coming along there now. So while I've got a chance, got a little second, I'd like to say thanks for watching, guys. This is my first Journeyman episode, so I'd love it if you'd leave a like and a comment. I'll leave a link to the other Journeyman guide in the description. There will be a lot of content coming out soon. I recorded like 2 hours the other day of footage, which will be up on my channel over the next couple of weeks. And so yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed watching this first episode. If you have any questions about any of the redstone, please feel free to ask. I might go over it a bit more in a redstone tutorial on my channel, showing exactly how it works in a bit more detail. But this is sort of geared more towards everyone, not just people who understand all the redstone stuff. So again, guys, just thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a comment and like it, and subscribe if you're not. Don't worry about any hardcraft stuff. I'll be doing all of that still. That has not changed. But yeah, hopefully I will see all of you guys again soon.